Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikita D, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever crochet podcast. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm sorry if it's dark, like I'm filming this at night because I just don't have time to film it in the morning. So yeah, it's my first podcast. I watch a lot of knitting podcasts. So I just wanted to make one of my own, and I'm not a knitter, I'm a crocheter, so I'm making a crochet podcast. I hope y'all can hear me. I don't have any fancy equipment. I'm filming this on my phone that I use every day. I don't have a mic, so all right. So I'm going to be talking about completed projects, works in progress, and like any equipment or yarn that I acquired within the last month. So I'm going to probably be doing these videos like once a month. So it's like the beginning of October right now. It's October 4th. Yeah, these stuff like I completed in September. But let's talk about what I'm wearing. This sweater I made in January. Just decided to wear it, but I don't know if I would wear it in any of my other. I'm not a Cancer, by the way. That was just the easiest constellation to do. But yeah, this is my patchwork sweater I made. I have a video on the first patchwork sweater I ever made, and this is like the second one I ever made. Everybody was doing like this Harry Styles cardigans at that time, so I just was making my own versions of that. And yeah, I really like this sweater. I got a little pocket and everything, and I really just wanted to play around with different designs because I never really did this like all this graphic stuff. I just wanted to try using different colors and making different things with each color, and like basically drawing stuff with yarn. Like I have a house, I have a heart, I have a constellation. I just wanted to try all these different like patterns and stuff, and this is the result of what I made. And I really like this sweater. So yeah, this was just made of regular acrylic yarn. I made this so long ago and I barely wear it. Like I feel like I barely wear anything I actually make, but this is one of my favorite things I made. So yeah, let's get into these projects that I've made. So I'm gonna start with what I made. The last video I'm gonna post before this video is going to be the challenge, how much can I crochet in 12 hours. So that's already posted. I'm gonna put that in the cards, and it's going to be like at the end of this video too. So in that video, if you watched it, I made what I completed is where's the front? It's the front. I made this sweater vest, this little sweater vest. So I used some scrap yarn. Well, not really scrap, it's just yarn that I'm trying to get rid of to make this sweater vest. And that's really what's the point of that challenge for me, is I want to really use some yarn because I really am planning on buying like nicer yarn, and I'm gonna stop buying like the cheaper acrylics from Michaels and stuff. So I want to use up the stash yarn that I have, and I was just trying to use it up, and I made this and I like it. I'm gonna put up some pictures of like me wearing it. But I think it turned out pretty good. It did It is kind of an awkward length on me. I wish I ever did it shorter or longer. I mean, I could do a really long ribbing, but I just don't feel like doing that. And yeah, I did half cover crochet. If you want to know more about this, just watch that video. And in that video, I started a second piece and I didn't like it, and I like scratched it. I was like, I'm not making this. And then I started a third piece and I didn't finish it, but I ended up finishing it. It's my cat screaming. Okay, so this is the other piece from that video. This is kind of inspired by there's a knitter on Instagram called Jamie Creates, and she has a pattern for like a sweater vest that is similar to this. It has like the 3 checkerboards, and I wanted to make something like that, but I don't know how to knit, so I was like, let me just try to crochet it. And yeah, so yeah, I try to use scrap yarn for this too, and I didn't have enough scrap yarn of the colors. So like the back, if you can see, like this is an off-white, but this is a pure white, so it just looks like this white is dirty and this white is clean, but it's whatever. It turned out all right. Like, it looks okay on me. I don't really like the fit. I didn't follow a pattern. All these stuff I'm showing y'all, I don't follow a pattern. I just do it. Like, I just look at something and be like, okay, this is gonna be a v-neck, so obviously I have to start decreasing where I want the v to be. I just make it up as I go, and I just put it against my body to fit me. Or if I'm making it for somebody else, I reference something else. So if I'm making a men's medium sweater, I'll have I'll get the measurements of what an average men's medium sweater would be, and I'll make it to those measurements. So I don't have like a pattern, and if I'm doing stuff, I don't write down patterns and follow it. Even for myself, if I'm recreating something, I'm just going to like do it. I don't know, that's just how it works. But anyway, I didn't really like how this fit me, but just as it is, it looked nice. So yeah, that's the other thing I finished creating, and I'm not gonna wear this, but I just want to finish creating it because I know if I put this down and I don't finish it, then it's not gonna get finished. And that's another reason why I want to do this podcast, because it's like it's an incentive for me to finish projects when I don't feel like finishing projects. So yeah, this is another thing from that video that I finished. Another thing I finished, which is like my most favorite thing ever. I'm gonna put up pictures too from my Instagram of everything. Well, of everything that I took pictures of. Okay, so I didn't weave in all the ends of this, y'all, and I don't like weaving in ends, so leave me alone. Don't judge me. Just I be going outside wearing stuff with ends all out, and I don't care. So I'm not weaving in the ends, but y'all, I made a cardigan. I don't know if you can see this fully, but this is like my varsity cardigan. So I love this sweater, and the thing is, like, I made the sweater, I took pictures and I put on Instagram like, y'all, I've decided I'm not going to do any commissions anymore or sell clothes, because I really enjoy making clothes for myself, and that's what I want to do. I just want to create things. I don't want to sell things anymore. And so much people still hit me up about this sweater. I'm just like, y'all are making me want to sell again, but I know I'm not going to be happy once I start selling stuff again. But yeah, about this sweater. So I just made this with acrylic yarn. The yarn I like using from Michaels is Craft Smart yarn. It's Craft Smart yarn. I feel like it's soft. It's not as soft as like soft yarn. When you see like soft acrylic yarn, like the Red Heart soft, it's not that soft, because that type of soft is like, it like splits so much and stuff. but it's not as hard as like Red Heart regular cheap yarn, you know? It's like a good middle yarn. So I like using that yarn. So I just wanted to make something like varsity, like a varsity sweater, a cardigan, and I did that. I put this in because my name is Nikita and I was born in 98, so I put 98 here. I didn't know what to put on the back, so I didn't put anything on the back. I tried to like write like in script Brooklyn by the same way I did this 98. What I did, I just did slip stitches on top of it to create this, and I wanted to do that in the back and like write Brooklyn in script, but I started doing it and I didn't like how it looked, so I was like, whatever, and it's gonna go on the back. I was thinking of doing like crocheting little patches and putting it on the sleeve, but I was like, I'm gonna just make a plain sweater right now because yeah, and I really like it on the bottom. These colors on the top, I put a little white because on the varsity sweaters there's a little collar with stripes, so I want to kind of mimic that, but this is a v-neck and I put black buttons. First I did white, but it popped out too much and I realized that all the sweaters I've made, I have a white lining, a white like trimming, and I'll put white buttons so it blends in, and I didn't even realize that. I was like, wait, I just put white buttons on this green. It just looks like it pops out too much and I like it to look more subtle, so I switched it to black and I really like the sweater like a lot. And I think I'm going to make another one in navy blue because I feel like, I mean, green is my favorite color at the moment. I love this green. I love like most greens, like sage, and I love sage, forest green, greens like that. But I'm really loving navy blue too. Like that's my like second close, like how I did the navy blue here. Now, this is more of like, this is like a brighter navy, but I love a dark navy blue. So I want to do that. I don't know if I'm just going to do a basic blue and white or I'm going to put like in a third color, but eventually I want to do that. Maybe I do it with this yarn or I do it with like fancier yarn. I don't know, but I really like that sweater. So the last thing that I completed this month, this is a commission sweater. I didn't ship it out yet because the client didn't finish paying their balances yet. I'm just gonna show y'all quickly because this was like their idea. So yeah, this is just a sweater that I made for them. Just show you that quickly because it's like commission sweater. So that's all the stuff I completed in September. Well, I started, I'm not gonna finish, is I started making a skirt because I'm trying to finish off my yarn, as I said. And what I think I'm just gonna do is all the yarn, I wanted always to try making rugs, since like I see everybody making rugs now. Like I want to try, it looks so cute, and some people just make rugs and like put it up on their wall as decorations. So I want to try to do that. So that's what I think I want to do with the rest of the yarn I have, is just make rugs. But I was trying to use up more yarn. I was trying to make a skirt. It looks so nice when I put it up on camera. Shit, I might finish this because it does look wavy, like the pattern. It looks wavy when I put it up like this, and it's so thick because I had to drag the yarn on. But this is supposed to be a skirt, right? This is half double crochets here, but this band is single crochets. And all the skirts that I've made it horizontally, so I start from the waistband and like I go down the leg, but this is like vertically, so I'm just doing it vertically. But I feel like it was taking too long, and I didn't feel like, because I'm changing colors in between, so it's gonna take longer than I just like crocheting straight. And I only did this for a couple of hours. I don't even know how long, if it even was a couple of hours. But now that I look at it, this is dead a wavy skirt, and I might finish this. I already cut the ends of the yarn off because I was like, I'm not finishing this shit. But let me not curse. I already cut the ends of the yarn off because I was like, I'm not gonna finish this. But now looking at it on camera, it looks so good. Like, yikes. I might finish this. I don't know. Okay, so that's all of my completed works and my works in progress for the last month. tried to start something new up, but I tried to start knitting. So I knitted little like swatches before, like little tiny ones, just to get the hang of knitting. And I don't know why I felt like I could make a whole garment after not knowing. I still don't know how to knit. I just, you know, got the little motions of it, but I still really don't know how to do it. But I don't know why I felt like I could make a whole garment. So I bought a sweater vest pattern from my favorite knitwear. I think her Instagram name is. And her stuff is just so like basic and beautiful. I was like, I just want to make a nice little sweater vest knitted. But I'm reading the pattern and I don't know what they're saying. I don't understand what they're talking about because I don't know how to knit. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to try to make a sweater vest from a different pattern. And I've been seeing a lot of knitters getting sponsored by Bellish. So I downloaded the app and I tried to follow a pattern by them. But the pattern was, I was just so confused because I have to, what's it called, cast on like 200 something stitches because they're knitting it around. And then all those stitches, and I'm watching these videos, they said I have to like stitch it together so I can knit it around, like put it together in a circle. And it's like, I can't twist, all the stitches can't be twisted because then the whole garment gonna be twisted. And it's like, how am I supposed to control all these 200 something stitches? It was just so, I got so frustrated, I just gave up. Like I really tried, but I gave up. I'm like, I'm making myself frustrated because I'm trying to do these big projects and I don't know how to knit. So I'm gonna get back into it, but I'm really gonna take my time. So I know in my last video I was like, I want to be an expert by Christmas, but I'm really just gonna slow down and really just take my time with this knitting and just slow down, okay? Slow down, and do it step by step and probably try to make something small and just keep going bigger and bigger and just take my time, because it's just that I see so much like crochet pages, crochet YouTubers knit, just learn how to knit, and now they're making just full garments of knitting stuff and they have all the videos of knitting. I'm like, I want to be like y'all, but I need to relax and just go on my own timing and don't stress myself out because I was so frustrated. So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what I bought. First, I found some like local yarn shops near me. I'm so happy. I went to one of them, but I'm going to go to a lot, all of them that I can, that's like really close to me, because yeah, I just never really been to a local yarn shop ever in my life, and I always just go to Michael's and stuff, but I was just so happy to go somewhere else other than Michael's. So I went to the local yarn store. They're in South Orange, New Jersey, and there was just one lady there, and she was cool. She was really nice, and I like talked to other people that was there also. It's nice to go into your community and find people that have the same interests as you. This is the bag she gave me, and I don't have any experience buying any other yarn other than like, I mostly buy acrylic yarn from Michael's. I bought like some bamboo yarn from there and some cotton yarn. I bought some yarn from Hobby. That's the only other place I bought yarn from, was Hobby, and it was cotton. It was cotton yarn. So cotton, I tried the bamboo, and like polyester, nylon, stuff like that. But just stuff from Michael's. I never went to go get like hand-dyed yarn or all those stuff that I'd be hearing in the beginning. So I went in there and I found this yarn. When I went in there, it was all in Hanks. I probably have a picture I'll put up. It was all in Hanks, and there was just like so many different options. I'm like, I don't know what to do, where to choose from. And you know, it's more expensive. It's a lot more expensive than when you go to Michael's and just get acrylic yarn. But they also had acrylic yarn there. They had every like merino wool, all this stuff that I don't know what any of it means. But I was just looking through it and I ended up picking this. I told you I like navy blue. This is a yarn. It was on a hank, but when I bought it, she was like, oh, do you want me to round it up for me? I was like, oh, y'all do that? Like, I was gonna go buy a whole crank thing, and a yarn winder with the whole big cage thingy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I didn't have to because she wound it up for me, so I thought that was really nice. But this yarn, before you buy, like, on the let me back up. First of all, in the store, they're like, buy how much you think you need, because when you come back, you might not find that same color. I guess, you know, you might not find that same color when you come back. So this is called Rios. This was $15.40 for the hank. $15.40. It's called Rios, and this color is called Paris Night. Let me put it closer up for y'all. As worsted weight, 210 yards, 100 grams, and this is 100% superwash merino wool. I don't know what that means, but the merino is a type of sheep, I'm assuming, and I'm not sure what superwash means. I'm assuming it just means that it can be washed. It says on the back, meeting rivers in Spanish, its 4 plies represent each of the major rios of Uruguay. Washable, like the name suggests, the plies twist like the rivers to make soft, durable rios whose workhorse is available in a wide array of colors that can be used for virtually anything. Machine washable, cold water, gentle cycle, do not tumble, dry flat. Made in Peru. Wow, fancy. So yeah, I like navy blue. I like navy blue. So how much of these I got? I got 4 of these because I just didn't know how much to get. I want to make a sweater vest, and I figured I'm going to crochet the sweater vest because I can't knit, and I'm not going to try to make something knitted with fancy yarn if it's gonna turn out terrible. So I'm like, I never really measure. Again, I don't use patterns, so I never really know. Look at the patterns like, oh, I need this much grams of yarn and go get it. I just know, like, a sweater like this, I get 5 of the now mine is going blank. I get 5 of the things of yarn, the balls of yarn. I get 5 of those big balls of yarn. I even know how much yards and grams in. Let me go check. The yarn that I use to make sweaters like this is 192 grams. So that's around 200 grams. So that's like 2 of these, and I use around 5 to make like a chunky, not chunky, but like kind of oversized, not oversized, but it's kind of like chunky. Just like a cardigan for me, like and it's pretty long. It's not long, but like just a regular size cardigan. For me, I would use around a little less than 5 of those balls, which is 200 grams. So like 1,000 grams of yarn. I just did that calculation just now, but I didn't even know how much grams was in that ball of yarn that I usually use. So I was in there confused, like, how much should I get? So I got 4, so I got 400 grams of yarn. So I'm gonna do a sweater vest because I can't do like a whole chunky sweater like this with that, unless I do something like this varsity sweater that I just showed y'all, where I do it in a different color with arms. But I'm just gonna do a sweater vest and call it a day. Also, I got this mohair. So I hear everybody talk about mohair, and it feels so soft. It just feels like hair. Like, it feels so soft. It's so tiny. I got this. I got a similar color. This look more purpley. Let me put it together. This look more like purpley than this. But I just tried to get something else similar because I was watching a video about like the pairing of the mohair and the base yarn, and how the mohair really changes the color of the base yarn. And I just wanted something blue, so I was like, I'm going to get into all that another time. But right now I'm just going to be basic and just learn about this fabric thing. So this is called Ariel. I see a website is barrowco.com. And this is 64% more hair super kid and 65% silk. This is lace made in Italy. It's literally like a strand of hair. Wow. But it's so fuzzy, and I wanted something that will make, I wanted to make my sweater like more fuzzy instead of just regular. So yeah, I'm guessing that using this little strand will like stretch out the yarn more. Since this is 400 grams, this is 25 grams. Probably have to do the meter. I don't know. Okay, this is 210 yards. 210 yards, and this is 284 yards. I don't know, I'm confused. I probably won't have enough of this because I only bought 2 of these. I think this was probably around the same price. I think just like $12. Child, I don't know. I bought 2 of these. Let's see how far that goes. Hopefully it goes far. I don't know. We'll just see. Or else I'm screwed. But yeah, I got 2 of these because this yarn is, I spent $100 in that store. How are we doing these projects with these fancy yarns? Every week I see y'all with new yarn. Where y'all getting this money from? Because this is a real addiction. Like every knitter and crocheter have a yarn addiction. And it don't be no Michael's Joann's yarn. It be hand dyed from Italy, Spain, everywhere. And this how expensive this yarn is. Y'all crazy. The price, I'm not having no yarn addiction with this price. But anyway, I got some needles. So I got this 5mm needles, and I think it's a 3.5mm needles. I got the like ones that you could twist off. This brand is it just says twist. I guess that's a brand. So this, I think this is 100 centimeters long. I don't know. It's something. But yeah, this was confusing me because I was trying to do a magic loop, and I was so confused. Like I was watching multiple videos. I was so confused. And then I was knitting, and then just twisted off while I was trying to knit, and then it just came off, and then I was dropping stitches, and it was a whole disaster, and I just had a headache. So yeah, I hope that's not a thing this does, like untwist while I'm trying to knit and drop my stitches. So yeah, that's what I got from there. Basically, that's all I got from there, and I spent $100. Wow. And so yeah, so after I got through all that fiasco knitting, I was like, let me take my time and knit and stuff, but let me also try different things in crochet, because I've been crocheting, but it's only half the crochet single like you know, houndstooth. It's not a lot of variety of different stitches. So I'm like, let me really dive into crochet. Maybe like with this sweater vest I'm trying to make with this yarn, I'm going to use a stitch that I never used before, something different that's not just the plain stitching, because there's a lot of different stitches in crochet. And I've been going to the library and like Barnes and Nobles and looking at a lot of crochet and knitted books and stuff, and looking at different things people make. I'm like, wow, it's so much that you could do, and I'm only here doing half the crochets for every project when there's so much you can do. And then there's Tuscan, I hope I'm saying that, not Tuscan, Tunisian. This Tunisian crochet. So from Amazon, I bought this whole thing because I tried the Tunisian crochet once too, but I'm like, let me actually, like, maybe I'll like it a lot. I don't really see a lot of people using Tunisian crochet, and the people that I do see makes like shawls and blankets and stuff. Yeah, I'm not seeing people making a lot of garments with it, so I don't know. So I got this set. These are hooks. They have to be like long hooks, and they have to have like a stopper thing at the end. And then there's even longer ones that's like plastic. So I got that from Amazon, and then it comes with like stitch markers and scissors, like to cut, like a cutter and things. So yeah, I got that. And then I just got some like regular yarn from, I got like 3 skeins of this Red Heart soft yarn from Michaels because I clearly love navy, and I was like, I'm gonna just knit in this. I'm gonna try knitting something with this. I was gonna knit and crochet navy sweater vest, like 2 navy sweater vests. Why do I need 2 navy sweater vests? 1 knit, 1 crochet. But that was the plan. I don't know, maybe I'll make something else with this. Like, that's what I want to make. I want to make navy sweater vests, just multiple navy sweater vests. Like, I'm a school child and I needed to wear a sweater vest. I don't know. But yeah, I got like 3 of these. So that's all I got, y'all. That's all. I feel like this is, I don't have anything. Like, I feel like all the other people that podcast, they be having a million whips, literally like 10 minimum whips. They be having so much stuff they're working on, and they complete so much projects, and some of them make videos every week. And it's like, when do y'all have the time? Like, I watched this girl, I don't know her name, I'll put her name up on the screen, but I just subscribed to her, and she's a whole doctor, and she be getting so much done every week knitting. How are you having like 24-hour shifts on call and knitting this much? How? Like, yeah, how y'all doing this? What type of voodoo magic are y'all doing that y'all are knitting so much? And then everybody's always getting all this fancy yarn too. I feel like I have nothing compared to everybody. But I'm gonna get to y'all level one day eventually, and my video is gonna be like an hour long of me talking about every sweater I make and every yarn from every sweater I make and every pattern from every person. But until then, thank you for watching this video. Thanks so much for staying to the end. I am planning on making these videos once a month, really, just to get myself to stay committed to my projects and stuff that I say I'm gonna do. I don't have any projects started for October, and it's already the 4th. So I'm gonna get started on some projects, and the main project is gonna be a sweater vest I'm trying to make. I still don't know what stitch I want to make it in or anything like that. So I'm gonna get that started, and hopefully maybe I can complete a sweater vest in a sweater. I think I'm dragging it, but October is a long month, 31 days. It's like basically like 5 weeks, not full 5 weeks, but it's a long month. So I should be able to, I don't want to drag it though. I don't want to plan to do something and don't achieve it, because then I'll be sad. But I'm gonna at least get that sweater vest done, which shouldn't take a long time. But I'm gonna be, for the first time, using 2 strands at the same time. So that might be a little confusing for me, but I'll figure it out. And I started working this month. I wasn't working before, and I just started a new job. So I'm gonna have less time to do stuff. But if the doctor that's doing all this work could knit that much, then I can crochet. Okay, so yeah, see y'all next month. See y'all next month for another podcast. Thank you for watching, and toodaloo. Keep it on my mind. As soon as I get back, she gets straight.